Alright, you too. What's going on? Going for another ride today. Yesterday when I went, it's kind of wet, so I didn't stay out long. I just wanted to see how the LED mount was, held up while I was riding, and it held up pretty good. Didn't have any problems with it. Fix this mic. And when I came back, the second part of that video was when I came back and saw how it was holding. So, and it did pretty good. Okay, adjust this mic. Alright, turn my head, make sure I'm still recording. Yep. Alright. So, today is it's been a while. The last couple of days it's been raining. Hasn't even been sunny outside. So today the sun came up. It's a Saturday morning. I'm just gonna take a little ride. Was gonna work today, but didn't feel like it. Another scooter. All right. So hopefully the sun is not glaring or anything. Just going for a quick little ride. I'll tell you this much: when riding definitely calms your nerves and eases your mind and takes all the stress that you might have and just don't even think about it. So, oh man, I hope everybody's doing good throughout this time. My state is opening back up pretty soon. Well, it's pretty much open back up now. They call it stage 1 or 2 or something like that. So. Oh, and another thing, update on it, but I have to get my brakes. My brakes are, not my brakes, but I forgot what it's called. Ah, man, I forgot what it's called. But pretty much my brakes, the cable, wire pretty much cable wire is not staying properly. I forgot what the piece is called, man. I'm sorry. But it's pretty much to anchor my brake to the cable in the back there. That gold piece. I forgot what it's called. This mic is really bothering me. Okay. Should have probably got it mounted right before I put it on, but I figure I was so happy that the mic worked out great last video. I'm just like, let me just do a moto vlog real quick, hop on and just take people with me to the beach side. Not too much concern about, any testing today. Oh, I did test the Variator. Now, I compared the stock Variator with the aftermarket Variator I got, and it's a lot bigger, so in diameter. So, I'm guessing you can get more range, but what I did notice was I got to 55 at a lower RPM than I usually do when I, have the stock. So, that pretty much is like how the Glixol Variator I had on my 50cc. It did the same thing. So I'm assuming that's what, it's supposed to do the same thing. So, as that one. So, yeah. But, yeah, temp's been good. It's been running great, man. So, running great. Not too worried about mounts or anything like that anymore. Just about how it's running. So, I'm just happy to see the sun out today. Shout out to all the people that are getting this bike. Putting the 150 in it is definitely a project. I would say so. But it's definitely worth it and it's fun. So right now, I can get to 55 below 7,000 RPM. So that's what pretty much that the Variator did. But I don't know if the max is 55 or not. I was getting to 60 on the other one, but wind and different, you know, scenarios and stuff like that. But I'm not, you know, looking for the top speed. I'm just I like the speed how this 150 is already. Like, I didn't even want to change the variator like that. I just wanted to see how it would go, because I'm quite fine with the stock. And I don't know, I might put it back in if this doesn't do how I want it to do. But it's plenty of speed for me going around the city. I don't need any more speed than this. Because like I said, I did think about doing the big kit. I thought about it, but I quickly, when I rode this thing, my mom was like, nah, I don't need it. There's no point, you know, like I'm going fast, you know, already. So pretty much I've met the goals that I've set for myself with the this bike stock. You know, I wanted to get to 45, 50, and it goes past that. So, you know, that's a good thing. But no, I haven't gotten any vibrations apart from when I first got it and I would ride it, you know, at higher RPMs, stock form, and this tank right here would vibrate. So I took the bolts out in the front, put a rubber grommet underneath it, and tightened it back up. Hadn't had a problem since. So I'm assuming that was that. So, but yeah, it's when I first started, because like I said, I've ridden many motorcycles, and I just wanted, when I got this, I didn't want to spend a lot of money on a bike. You know, I didn't want to spend thousands, and I didn't want to spend any payments. So I'm like, you know what, for the price, I want something new. I'll get a scooter, because I'm not trying to, you know, I didn't know anything about scooters like that. I didn't ride scooters like that. I didn't know, you know, the automatic CVT transmission. I didn't think about those things, because all I thought it was, you know, shifting, and didn't know. But now I know, and it was a whole nother world that I was getting into. And I'm like, for where I live and see the drawbridge and what I do, I just want to chill and cruise. But eventually I'll get a bigger bike when I want to pay the price for one. I just don't want to pay the price for one now. So, and I don't want to buy a used one, because I'm not, you know, you never know what can happen. That's why I wanted to get a scooter, something simple, so when I can get my street experience up more. And, you know, if I drop this or something happens with this, I won't feel too bad, and you know, unless I had something that was more expensive. But, you know, it's funny, people assume the craziest things when they don't know, or they just assume you have a channel dedicated to a certain thing. Because I had one comment where it's like, well, you should have really got a real R6 and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, and learn how to ride a motorcycle. I'm like, dude, you don't even know me. I'm like, I know how to ride a motorcycle. I didn't want that. This is what I wanted. But, you know, people are like that. And when you're getting on a platform like YouTube, you got to be prepared for people talking junk. Make sure I'm still recording. Yeah. So that's what it is. Not going to be all positivity and love, even though I put out positivity for people, and, you know, I don't mind the comments. I just laugh at it in my, you know, and just like, well, that's what you know, helps you. I don't know, I don't go on the internet just trying to make hateful comments. Even if I watch a video and I have something I dislike about it, I just keep it to myself, you know, like, because, you know, I guess I'm a little older, not as old as a lot of people, but I come from a time where we didn't have cell phones in our pockets all the time, and, you know, you couldn't just talk about people like that, you know, without certain repercussions. But now, in this day and age, it's all good. It doesn't even matter. But anyway, so yeah, today I'm just, you know, chilling, rambling. So I'm going over the drawbridge. One thing I will say, putting the 150 in, it'll definitely make hills nothing, you know. I go 45, 50 miles up a hill, so now, you know, so. But yeah, like I said, last video, a lot of times I just I think too fast, so I skip over the things I want to say. And like I was saying, I appreciate everybody leaving comments. And you know, when I first started this thing, it was mainly because one, I like the Moto vlogs, I like doing those, but two, I didn't see much info on this bike. I mean, I saw people that got it, or small short clips of videos, but nobody really doing a riding thing like this. The other guy who has the black 150, he rode around just to show how people would look on it, which was a good video, you know. To show the size of a person on it. But just the actual ride, like what I'm doing, I'm probably the first one with this actual bike. But it is what it is, you know. And so yeah, I'm actually on A1A, the beach side, pretty much where the beaches are. I'm just gonna take a ride. Speed limit is 35 here, so I'm not gonna be going fast. Just to, you know, see the views today. But yeah, so I saw the black one and how that looked, so that's what made me initially make this channel. And then, you know, wanted to show people what, you know, my little twist on the bike and what I did to it. So that's pretty much it. You know, everybody has their own thing. They can spark their own ideas. You know, I started out watching a couple people who had the bike. The only other one I saw who had the red 50 like me, that actually was a good video, like DJ Patron. There was a couple other people, you know, but it's that's what I remember. And shout out to him. He told me about the windshield painting that black. I'll probably do it eventually. Not the biggest thing for me right now. Mainly, I just want to get it to the point where it is finished for me, you know, like getting the exhaust, the mount, putting the LED light bar in, because honestly too, the lights that I put in, they weren't bright enough, but they were bright, but when I did the 150 swap, I don't know, they just weren't that bright. And I'm like, you know what, I was gonna put a light bar anyway. That was my idea for that front little area right there, just to fill it in a little bit, because that compartment down there, and I forgot to that little storage compartment that I kind of just, you know, you got to cover up the hole at the bottom and the holes on the side. But man, I went grocery shopping for my wife, and I mean, put a lot of stuff in there. I mean, 2 bags of chips, some bread, 2 things of strawberries, like it fit a whole lot. And so yeah, I would definitely tell people, get some aluminum mesh grill and cover those holes, and you'll have a nice storage just like any other scooter, you know. Like I have, it's pretty much under his, like I can put anything in there. Like right now I have just extra tools, whatever, you know, can fit in there pretty much. My alarm, I don't have my alarm hooked up at the moment. It kind of drains the battery. And you know, I have a battery maintainer or tender, but I don't, you know, I don't have to use it that much. But when I have the alarm, I have to use it all the time, even though I ride the bike almost every day. So yeah, this is the beach side, so you can see all the nice houses and stuff like that. And the water, I don't know if you can see, there's the ocean, but so like I said in one of my other videos, I always get I always try to say, you know, wave at other riders, just to, you know, show love, and a lot of them don't. Like a lot of them do, a lot of them don't. It all depends. Like people that are on sports bikes, they usually say what's up to me. Cruisers, not too much. Some, you know, sometimes. Scooters, here and there. Like it's weird. Like, you know, I'm on a scooter too. Say what's up, man. but we're on 2 wheels as well. Just say what's up. When I've watched other videos and people say the same thing, I kind of understand what they mean now. And yeah, man, if somebody on a bike says what's up to me, I'll say what's up to them. You know, I wave at them. So, but yeah, for anybody getting the 150 and you want to do it without welding, it's not impossible. Because if I could go back to the drawing board and to the beginning, I probably would have redid it a little differently just to try to have it bolted on. This is a nice little area right here. I haven't been through here before. But yeah, it's pretty much a task that, you know, you would have to use your mind a lot to think, how would I do this? How would the motor stay up? You know, you got to think about the bumps and the, you know, all that type of stuff. So spring tension, I don't know, it was just like sometimes I would sit there and look at it, all right, what can I do with this? Move the motor up and down, and and then eventually that's what I came to the conclusion, well, I have to weld. I'm gonna weld this thing because it wasn't sitting as high as I wanted it to, and it pretty much I just didn't want to risk having any failures while I'm out here, you know. It wasn't worth it. It's definitely not worth it. So, you know, just if you do it, make sure it's safe. Like I said, I'm not the best welder, but it came out strong, you know. I sat on this so much before I even took it outside. You know, I did everything inside my house. I have like this little area where my office is. Pretty much where you guys saw the bike sitting. Around that area, I've just used the tarp and weld right in there, no problems. As long as my wife doesn't see a mess, I'm cool. So, but this is kind of what I wanted to do, like what they call Sunday riding, or, you know, just cruise, you know. But I also wanted the ability to ride to places where I didn't want to drive my work van. Like I said in my older videos, if you're just now catching up with me, I got this scooter because I have a Honda Accord, stick shift, and the clutch just started slipping. Now it's a 2002, so I've had it for a while, and then, you know, I just bought my wife a new car last year maybe, and I have payments on that, and I have payments on my van, my work van, my other work van. I bought it outright. So my whole thing was I didn't want to have any more payments. Like, I don't really need a vehicle, you know, for myself to go anywhere without, you know, if I'm not going anywhere, to taking my wife to dinner or something, or if I need to go grocery. Usually I do errands and stuff out of my van when I'm on my way home a lot of the time. So, or, you know, if I can take my van whenever I want to, you know, that's kind of like advertisement while I'm doing stuff. But, you know, I don't know if you ever seen the pictures or the stills of the videos, but most of the time I'm wearing my work shirt with my business and stuff on it anyway. So you know, that's just what it is. But yeah, so what I decided to do is get a scooter to just cruise around. So like I said, I was initially looking at a regular, you know, like a Tao or a Vespa, any type of scooter that's shaped like that. I was looking for one like that. And then I saw the Racer 50, you know, and I'm like, wow, that's a scooter? Then I started to learn about the GY6 engines and you know, their platform and how they are on most, you know, a lot of scooters pretty much. So what I did was, I'm like, okay, let me look for more scooters that might look cool, you know, just cool looking. And I just settled on this one because I just like the ninja style look, and their Tao, you know, I didn't like the bigger wheel in the front and the smaller one in the back. I just didn't like how it looked, you know. And you know, that's just pretty much what it is. It's like, are you gonna be a scooter or a halfway? Because it's like, either have two big wheels, you know. And there's other bikes, because after the fact that I bought this, I saw the Yamazaki 50, and I'm like, oh, it's a manual 50. I should have got that, you know. But you know, then if I would have had to, if I would have gotten that, I don't know. I didn't look into it. There probably is a swap for it, but I know that I probably wouldn't be able to swap a one, you know, this motor in it. So it just made it. Everything happened to work out, but it happened to work out. But you know, and then it just I saw how you can tune these bikes, put in big bore kits, and do all types of things. So I'm like, you know what? That's pretty much what I do. I like to tinker and mess with things and make things better, and you know, just make it my own. And that's when I got the stock 50, put in a big bore kit, and you know, the rest is history. You kind of guys gotta, you know, I kind of showed the journey. Yeah, let's get off of, you know, what I've done to this bike and where it's at now. And I mean, right now I have 831 miles on the bike itself, but it hasn't gotten to 100 miles on the motor yet. So when the motor failed, or has it? No, the motor failed at, no, I have more than 100 miles on the bike now. Okay, I'm thinking about, I messed up a little bit. So pretty much it failed at 660 miles, the big bore kit. So I got more than 600 miles on it. So it's been a little over 100 miles on it. I already changed the oil on it and put synthetic oil in it. Already done that. 15W 40 oil, synthetic, and I rode it like 2-3 days with the engine, the oil that came with it. And just because I wanted to get it mounted first. That was the main thing. Get it mounted, make sure it rode, and then I'll do everything else after that. And that's pretty much what happened. Open it up a little bit. See what you got today. I might go back with the stock Variator. Honestly, it rode a little better than this aftermarket one, but no big deal. Glad I tested it out. But I didn't try any lighter roller weights. I might be able to put like 11 grams in here. That's why I wanted to take it around to you know, simulate more riding. And as you can see, I'm not looking back as much as I was. Let's see if I can up there we go, brightness a little bit. But it's definitely like effortlessly, like I'm doing 45 at 5,000 RPM, you know, like it's effortless. Definitely nice little scooter, man. I was trying to find the answer to this, and maybe you guys can answer this question for me. What's the difference between, what classifies a scooter and a motorcycle? Like, for instance, this is a scooter, you know, motor pretty much, but the body style of it is like a motorcycle, you know? And is it a scooter motorcycle because it doesn't have a manual transmission? That's what I'm thinking makes a motorcycle because it has manual transmission. But there's 50s that have manual transmissions, you know, so are they classified as a 50? I mean a scooter, or just a fit? I don't know. I have no idea. So because when people are like, you have a scooter, I'm like, yeah, this is a scooter. That's what it is. Oh, it's backfiring. Yeah, I gotta tune it some more. pretty much this is back on the road I first started. This is where I feel comfortable doing speeds or testing out my speed, because I know there's not a lot of police on this road for the most part. So I just wanted to see if I can go past 55 today. Maybe it's the roller weights I need to, who knows. I'm not gonna do too much tuning like I did with the 50, because I was really tuning that to go a lot faster than what it is, and I don't really need to go a lot faster. There's no real roads I need to go past 60 miles per hour on, you know, so that's pretty much why I'm good where I'm at for the most part. So I'm gonna probably head back home. But I'm gonna go to the store first, or gas station. So, yeah, it's doing pretty good, you know? I just, sometimes when I sit back and I think about it, and it's like, the things people are capable of, you never really know, you know? When people say, you know, hey, how'd you do that? I wish I can do that. I'm like, you can do that. You can. Everything that I've done on this bike, I've learned within the past 2 months, really. You know, like I just learned welding, and I just learned a couple things. So it's not like I didn't planned on doing all this stuff. So when I did it, it's just like, okay, I'm just proud. So my point is, don't ever say you can't do anything without trying to do it. Now, sometimes people are not able to do certain things because, you know, monetary wise or whatever the case may be. But, you know, let's just say you had, you know, you can afford to buy all the equipment you need to do something. Would you still attempt to try to do it? Or would you not have faith in yourself that you wouldn't do it properly, you know? So that's the mindset I have now, because there's nothing that I can't do, but I might not be able to do it the best, or it might not look right, or it might not, but you know, that takes practice. Everything takes practice, you know? I always wanted to learn how to weld, and, you know, I watched 1,000,001 YouTube videos. I bought the welder from Harbor Freight, watched 1,000,001 YouTube videos, and just, you know, that's it. That's the rest is history, you know? Even with tuning the scooter. Like now, I've worked on, you know, engines and doing my own, you know, oil change and stuff like that, but there was not one time when I was gonna had the 50 and do the big bore kit, like, okay, I can't do this, or am I gonna mess up, or nah, it was never that thought in my mind. And I think people's mindset needs to change when it comes to those certain situations, because it's like, you can do anything pretty much. You set your mind to. You just got to do it. So that's a nice bike, Harley Davidson. So yeah, you just gotta do it, man. I didn't, you know, so when people ask me questions about how do I do this, or how did you do that, or anything like that, I just learned. I watched a YouTube video, you know. Just like how you guys, you know, watch me. I watched a couple people, and that's pretty much what was it. I didn't do anything special. Okay. You know, let me go in the front. Okay. Because I need to go to the gas station, and I'm pretty much probably going to end it right here.